TV Cycles here with a quick update on May the 17th. Title is, are we getting some kind of a double top here in the S&P, or will we see a bullish ABC extension of the bull market in fall? If we turn back time a little bit, before we had the correction this spring, I said if we cannot break down this spring, we could see a topping formation continuing into around June, and maybe see the all-time high around June, where my 3.5-year cycle has this shoulder. But we did indeed break down this spring, but it was too much. It was a capitulation. It was like a market crash, and that does not kind of fit into my projections, because that is a bullish market behavior, in my opinion. When the market capitulates, well, normally you get a big rally after that. The crash is normally not the beginning of a long bear market. So if we had stayed down at oversold levels for a while, similar to 1998 and 2011, that would make this starting to look like a bullish pattern, and we'd have start a new 3.5-year cycle and rally for the next couple of years. But in my opinion, to make this bearish, we quickly had to get up and continue the topping formation. But is it a double top right now, or will it extend in fall? So this is today just a quick rough look at the bigger cycles and swings, and we have to look at it more in detail later. But I'm seeing two alternatives, as I showed you, and let's begin with the bullish one. So here we are going back to the 1950s, and call it my pattern analysis, my my search for analogs says this green point here is a possible analog. Here we tested the 40-week moving average, and then we got a bullish ABC move to make a bull market top. Now I find this to be an analog. This condition, however, down here you see this green rectangle. That means this is in the middle of the bullish part of the 28-year cycle. Here's the next bullish analog. That's 1965. We had this big correction down to the average, and then we made some kind of an ABC continuation to complete this bull market. Again, at the end of this bullish part of the 8-year cycle, if we continue to 1993, and we had some kind of a test of the moving average and something that looks like ABC continuation of the bull market. Also in the bullish part of the 28-year cycle. And finally, we have this one in 2014, getting down to the moving average, and then we had something that looks like ABC continuation, complete this bull market again in the bullish part of the 8-year cycle. So roughly comparing these analogs, measuring from where the bull market begins, not the price low, but the wavelet low, we see these arrows, these bull markets made tops that that corresponds with around November, December this year, so very late this year. And it should be mostly like a sideways, slowly grinding up move after getting up and regain all-time high. And I have this other one where I'm measuring from where the market starts to lose momentum. Here I get a little bit different dates. Here it suggests a bit earlier top, around September to November sometime. So that's the bullish variant, but I'm still getting more analogs for the bearish variant. And this one has also a bearish interpretation that we are here at a double top. So we are getting very close to the final double top. No, it could be a lower top, or a slightly higher top. Then we have this one from 1969. This was now getting in the bearish part of the 28-year cycle, and here we see it looks like a double top. It was a little bit, actually a lower shoulder. I have this analog, 1976, that was kind of a double top. I have this one from 1981, that was slightly lower top. All of this in the bearish part of the 28-year cycle. And we have this one is probably the one that least similar. They also suggest it was a kind of a sideways topping formation, kind of a double top. And we have, so this was also in the bearish part of the 28-year cycle. And this one, 2007, kind of a double top. And here, this one says kind of a bigger and wider double top formation, but it's my pattern recognition suggests we are very close to this analog top or this lower shoulder in 2022. All this could be analogs to where we are today, suggesting it's kind of a double top. And looking at the average of these analogs, measuring from the low here, see we are in this topping phase, and there could be still a couple of weeks left, and we could make a new all-time high. And when measuring from where the markets lose momentum, we see we are also in this topping phase, but here we are kind of on overtime. We should turn down at any moment. So I cannot say for sure which one it is, but I do have cycles. They should be to some kind of help if the cycles actually work. And the 3.5-year cycle, is where it really starts to be really bearish. This one is not suggesting we should continue for a long while, but bull markets like here, they can continue far into the bearish phase. But yeah, but we have other cycles. We have like this 57-week cycle. This one, is getting bearish now and into the fall. So here we have, looks like a bearish left translated cycle where we topped out early. And I have many other cycles. So here's a composite of the 57, the 74, and 34 weeks, no, 17-week cycles. So, could be, you see this, the composite is going down, so it could be analog to this, could be analog to this one in 2015, or here 2011, where we are still making topping formation. But this does not look like we should rally continue into the fall. This looks like, should in general be in a downtrend in fall. Have this more detailed composite of cycles. And this one topped around April, so market actually topped out earlier than the composite. So in general, the composite is trending down into December. Right now, where we are now, the composite kind of goes sideways into early July, and then it gets bearish. But right now, it's kind of neutral, but general trend is bearish from this composite. I also have this one where I have included 7-year cycle. That one is kind of making a double top. That's interesting, where the second top is in June. So the moment I cannot say which one it is, I think this still favors kind of a double top scenario, but cannot know for sure. But at the moment, we have to trade or analyze the 10-week oscillation, can be 10 or 12 weeks, whatever. And we see, we are approaching up here. Then in the bullish market, I would maybe look for something like this. First, some kind of a topping formation, and then consolidation, a slight pullback, and then we continue the uptrend. But in the bearish market, this can all just be a fake rally, and we can just crash down. So you have to see. I cannot say for sure which one it is, but maybe in a later video, get some clues. Bye bye for now.